What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Well, it's another day, another beautiful day. Hope everything's going fantastic for you. Everybody's indoors dealing with this COVID-19. Hope you're being safe out there. Take care of your business, go back home, and be with your family. Enjoy life. I'm going to post a link of a dispensary that's in Colorado and in Portland. It's in Denver, Colorado, and Portland, Oregon, and they have a essentials letter, so they're open through the COVID-19 crisis that's going on. So for everybody that's uh, looking for a licensed kratom dispensary that's open right now, because I bet a lot of you guys and ladies, your supply is getting low because there's very few businesses that are open. This dispensary, not only are they one of the top, they're the first license in the nation, and also they lab test all their products. And so I had thousands of emails of from fans, subscribers, asking if I knew of somewhere a kratom business that's open during this virus epidemic that's going around, and that's why I'm posting this video. I'll put the link to it. They happen to be written up in one of the major, well, the major alternative lifestyle journal publications in Denver, Colorado. So I'll post the link. It has a lot of good information. You can call them. You can hit them up on Facebook. Then contact them. I think they're doing the through the window. Like a drive-through window. Um, they have a system set up so it's safe, COVID safe, COVID-19 safe. They practice all the safety requirements. In other words, so I do know that, and you can go by there and pick up your kratom during this crisis. It's important, as we talked in earlier videos, for folks to have access to the kratom, and because a lot of people are using the kratom. Kratom is a member of the coffee tree family. And the video, let me do my disclaimer. The video here is for informational purposes only. All Kratom 911 videos are for informational purposes only. But the kratom is a member. It's all natural, of course, and member of the coffee tree family. And I'm sure you know what coffee is. And it's been used for generations and generations. Some cultures use it just like daily, like we drink coffee, and they've been using it for hundreds of years. And we have millions of Americans that use kratom daily, and it gives them their life back. It helps them to. Most of them got off the opiates. Or I've had a lot of emails, and you can see the comments on our YouTube channel here, where a lot of people have used kratom as a way to help the body to alleviate pain. And the body's a miracle worker, and that's what the kratom does. It helps the body to alleviate the pain. And so with the lab tested kratom, the benefits, as we discussed, you know exactly what's in the kratom. It's not, like some of this that's out there. Some businesses that sell kratom, number one, they're not licensed, so they follow no regulations. Um, Number two, customers have said to me they don't even know what they're buying. They've actually took some, and had one gentleman say he had it lab tested, and it had sweet potato leaves ground up in it. So that's why it's a good idea, and I know a lot of fans agree with this. I got a lot of good comments about it. It's a good idea to do business only with a kratom dispensary. Number one, that's all they handle. They handle kratom, and number two is they lab test all their kratom. That you know exactly what you're getting. You know exactly what you're going to be putting in your body. So they have multiple types. They've got the red kratom, they've got the green kratom, and they've got the white kratom. It depends on what's your preference. It is more and more people now is becoming more educated about kratom. There's a lot of research, as we discussed in other videos, and what the research. There's funding, and I'm gonna do a link to the funding. There was actually over $1 million that was basically legislation passed, and it was for kratom research. I'm gonna put that link on this video, so you can go research it. So it's growing. The industry's growing. There's more knowledge coming out. A lot of good channels like this channel, Kratom 911, for informational purposes only, of course. But it gives you the information or the direction where you can go and research. That way you can see exactly, if you're looking at, well, where did kratom come from? What types of kratom is available out there? What's the benefits of kratom? What's the effects of kratom? There's just so many questions that's asked, and that's what the channel, Kratom 911's for, is to help answer those questions. We definitely reply to all comments, and all of you that's been very kind and sending thousands of comments, tens of thousands of comments. Thank you very much. We do answer your questions. We do get back to you. So if you have a question, especially if kratom's new to you, let's say, or you have maybe a friend, a best friend, or you could have a loved one, or it could be a coworker, and they got onto opiates, and they were looking or illicit drugs, and they're looking for a source, a way. Because think about it, there's something like over 20 million Americans unemployed now because of this COVID-19. That's saying they don't have insurance. All right, so what do they do? What do they do? If they don't have insurance, they're trying to feed their family right now. What can they do? Well, for a matter of dollars, they can have the kratom, and what it does is it'll allow them to get their life back, to become opiate free, to become illicit drug free. Or if they're one of those individuals that they trying to sleep at night, kratom helps a lot of people sleep. It just depends on what the person's looking for. What's their purpose of looking at kratom? And that's what we're doing here on Kratom 911. We're going to direct you or your loved one or your friend or your coworker where they can go to get the information. Answer those questions for them, but give them the choice. And to have the choice, they've got to have the information. That way they make the choice, and the kratom helps them to get their life back. And with fake news, and I say this a lot, there's a lot of negative information out there. It's fake news, and that's what we do here. That's what the American Kratom Association is there for, to give the correct facts about kratom and to give the correct information. So it helps a person to get that information so they can make a choice, or they could share it with a loved one, or they could share the information with a friend, or they could share the information with a coworker and help that individual to get their life back, to be opiate free. And that makes everybody's life better. And especially now with this COVID-19 going around, it's very dangerous for people to be out on the street. And it's better for them to be in the safe haven with their family or friends or loved ones. They're off the street away from the virus. Well, what the kratom does, help them get opiate free, and then they can get with their family. Their family can welcome them back into the house, or their friends welcome them back. See, it's a win-win program. So that's what we're giving the information out there for. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to post it. Hit us up here on YouTube, our channel Kratom 911. You can IM us on Instagram, Kratom 911. You can instant message us on Twitter, Kratom 911. We're also on TikTok, Kratom 911. So any questions, comments, feel free to communicate with us. And take it one day at a time. Keep your head up and be positive. Everything's going to be okay. Thank you very much for being with us today. Till the next time, it's your best friend in the world, Randy D. Rocks, Kratom 911. Peace out.